Hey, I already made the decision. Next week, you're coming to my friend's barbecue with me.
What? You can't just spring this on me out of nowhere. Next week is my mom's birthday and we promised we'd celebrate with a family.
So what? You don't need to be there for them to have a celebration, right? Obviously, my friend's gathering is more important. That's just common sense.
Wait, what are you saying? You can't just push back a family birthday like it's no big deal, especially not my mom's. It's an important day for her.
Come on, it comes once a year, right? My friends don't get together often, so this should take priority. Even your mom would understand that, wouldn't she?
She absolutely wouldn't understand. She takes her birthday seriously, and she's been looking forward to spending time together this year.
Yeah, well, my friend's barbecue only happens about once a year too, so that should be your priority. You don't get how important it is to maintain friendships, do you?
That's not true, but we planned this family thing way in advance. Why should I push that aside for something last minute?
Jeez. It's just your mom's birthday. It's not a big deal. You know, girls who don't value friendships seem boring to everyone else.
Why would you say something like that? I can't accept the way you're treating my family like it doesn't matter.
Well, that's just how it is in my world. Family stuff can always wait. As long as we're having fun, that's all that matters.
But if we're going to spend our lives together, I need you to care about my family too.
Ugh, enough with the lecture. You're coming. I already decided, so just get ready. Besides, the barbecue will be fun for you too.
How do you expect me to enjoy myself when you're forcing me into it like this? I had every intention of spending the day with my family, and I already told my mom.
That family plan doesn't matter. You're a grown woman. It's time to stop being so attached to your mom. You don't need to be with her all the time, do you?
Isn't that for me to decide? Why are you making all these decisions for me?
I'm just a natural leader. I'm good at guiding people, so you should just follow my lead. If I leave it to you, nothing gets done.
A leader? That just sounds like you're being selfish. Why are you ignoring what I want?
Enough. Stop complaining. Just do what I say. If I let you handle it, everything will get ruined.
Have you ever stopped to think about how your words make me feel? I'm not under your control, so stop acting like you can decide everything for me.
Fine, do whatever you want. But if you don't come, don't be surprised when you end up all alone later and I'll be the one laughing at you. You're so slow. How long are you going to keep dragging this out? Can't you at least get changed quickly? You're keeping our guests waiting. What do you think you're doing? The wedding isn't over yet, so hurry up.
You've got some nerve. I wouldn't even be back here if it weren't for you. Your friend pushed me and I fell into the pool because of it.
Oh, come on, don't get mad just because you got thrown into a pool. It's a wedding celebration, and if the bride is upset, it ruins everything. It was just a prank. Let's get on with the rest of the wedding.
The moment I fell into the pool, the entire vibe was ruined. You don't even realize that? How could you do something so ridiculous? This is our wedding, you know. You keep calling it a prank, but that's just an excuse. Do you really think making someone the butt of a joke is a way to celebrate? Do you even understand how insensitive your actions were? And your friend. What kind of people pull a stunt like that at a wedding? Just because they're your friends doesn't mean they can get away with anything. Have they got no sense of decency?
Wow. Are you insulting my friends? What kind of wife criticizes her husband's friends? You're failing at your role here. Do you even realize how out of line it is for a woman to meddle in her husband's friendships? But hey, it's not too late to fix that rotten attitude of yours. Maybe you don't realize this, but the reason you were single until your 30s is because of that personality. No one else would have taken you except me, so you should be grateful. I'm a man, so being single until 30 isn't a problem, but for a woman, it's embarrassing. Your attitude is why no one ever wanted to be with you.
Is that really something you'd say to the person you just married? I can't believe it. How can you look down on me like that?
We're family now, so you can drop the formalities. Stop getting worked up over small stuff. My friend did it with good intentions, so stop making a big deal out of it. Besides, if the ceremony falls apart, she'll be blamed for ruining everything. If you don't hurry up and come back, everyone's going to start pointing fingers at her, and I'll be caught in the middle. Get moving. I'm busy handling the guests here.
You're speaking like this is someone else's problem. This is our wedding. You're the groom, so you should take some responsibility instead of acting like it doesn't concern you at all.
Ursula, I've been looking for you. Where did you go? Are you planning a surprise entrance or something? You're not in the bridal room either. What are you doing?
Mom, I can't take it anymore. I don't want to go back there. I was so excited for my wedding. How did it turn into this? It was supposed to be a day of celebration, but now it's the worst day of my life. Why did I have to go through something so awful on such an important day? I'm completely drained, physically and emotionally, and I can't get their laughter out of my head.
Sweetheart, what exactly happened? From what I saw, it looked like you suddenly fell toward the pool, but you didn't do that on purpose, did you?
Of course not. Someone pushed me from behind. Next thing I knew, I was in the pool. My dress, everything is soaked and ruined. The dress is bad enough, but I feel so embarrassed in front of everyone, and I can't forget the confused looks on their faces. Anyone would be shocked if that happened.
Wait, are you saying someone intentionally pushed you into the pool? Oh, that's outrageous. I can't believe someone would do such a thing. Who is it?
It was one of Miles's friends. When I fell in, his friends were all pointing and laughing at me. Miles admitted it was a prank. Can you believe that?
What?
This wedding was supposed to be one of the most special memories of my life, but now it's turned into a nightmare. The worst part is that Miles is defending his friends instead of standing up for me. He's actually making fun of me along with them. How can he disregard my feelings like that?
Oh my god, that's just awful. What is he saying now?
He's just saying it was a prank and I should hurry up and come back. That's it.
I can't believe this. A prank where the bride gets pushed into a pool during the wedding ceremony? It's totally outrageous. This isn't something you can just let slide.
What are you going to do? I honestly don't know what to do anymore.
Don't worry, I'll talk to the family. We'll figure out what to do and make sure you're not hurt any further. You're not planning to go back, are you? There's no way you can continue the wedding after all this.
Right. Honestly, I don't think I can stand next to Miles and smile after everything that's happened. I don't want to be part of this ridiculous situation.
Exactly. It's totally understandable that you don't feel like putting on a smile right now. You don't need to force yourself. Leave everything to us. We'll take care of this and make sure you're okay.
Thanks, Mom. I'm really grateful that you're always on my side.
Hey, how long are you going to keep everyone waiting? It's rude to make the guests wait this long. Don't you get that? Hurry up and come back so we can start the wedding again. You're such an inconsiderate woman.
Do you even know how long it takes to change into a wedding dress? That's why I arrived hours early today to get ready. Now my dress, hair, and makeup are completely ruined. And you think I can just come back quickly?
The staff can fix you up if they try hard enough, right? Who cares if your makeup is lighter than before? It's not a big deal. At least, tell me how much longer until you'll be back. Some of the guests are starting to get suspicious. For my own sake, come back already.
Well, let me tell you. All my family and I have already left.
What?
Yeah, you heard me. My whole family, including me, is gone. They've had enough and don't want to be part of this wedding anymore. If you want to restart it, be my guest. You don't seem to have any problem with me not being there, right? That's been your attitude this whole time.
What are you talking about?
How can you expect me to come back after everything that's happened?
What the heck are you saying? Who gave you the right to make that decision on your own? Are you trying to ruin the entire wedding? Just come back already. Everyone took time out of their day to come here and celebrate our marriage. How could you ignore the effort they put in and ruin that?
You're the one who's ruining everything. I was so excited for this wedding, and who do you think destroyed it? You didn't even notice when my family left, which shows just how little you care about me or them. It's clear my feelings were never important to you from the start.
Ugh. This is exactly why women who get hysterical are such a pain. You're ignoring the good intentions of everyone who came to celebrate, and just thinking about yourself. That surprise was meant to show everyone's feelings of happiness for us. It's ridiculous that you're criticizing it. You've abandoned the wedding and ruined it for everyone.
Say whatever you want. I don't care anymore.
If people think you're some unreasonable bride, it's going to make things difficult for me down the line. Just come back already.
Absolutely not. There's no way I'm returning to that disaster.
Fine. Keep saying whatever you want. The only reason this wedding is a mess is because you bailed on your responsibility. You're the one who destroyed everything. Hey, what the heck is this? This is totally unacceptable for a bride. I was just joking, but you actually left for real? That's beyond disrespectful. You left all the cleanup to me. Because you didn't come back, I had to handle everything. Now the guests all know I've got a wife who doesn't even respect her husband.
You ruined the wedding, so it's only fitting. Your insensitivity caused all of this, so you have no right to be angry at me. Why do you always act like you're the only one who's right?
What are you talking about? A wife is supposed to just follow her husband's lead. You don't have the right to do whatever you want. You leaving like that was completely over the top. All you had to do was get changed and come back and everything would have been fine. Why did you have to turn it into such a big deal? Getting changed is a minor thing, right?
It's not that simple, is it? You really don't get it, do you? You never even try to understand how I'm feeling.
What's there to understand?
Why on earth did you even come up with the idea to push me into the pool? Even if it was meant to be a surprise, there were a million other ways to do it. Making me look like a fool was nothing but mean-spirited. I was panicking after falling in, and you, along with your friends, were just standing there laughing at me. I'll never forget that scene. And for the record, you guys were the only ones laughing. Everyone else was frozen, not knowing how to react, and they were panicking too. The fact that you didn't even notice that shows how out of touch you are.
Oh, come on, you were soaking wet and a mess. It was honestly funny. I couldn't help but laugh, right?
It's over. I can't trust you anymore. No matter what you say, I'm done. I had already made up my mind, but now I'm officially telling you. I'm going to annul the marriage.
Are you serious? What the heck are you talking about? Saying something like this on our wedding day isn't funny at all. This is beyond ridiculous.
Who's the one being ridiculous here? I should be protected and respected as your wife, not treated like a joke. I'd rather be single than be with someone who humiliates me. I've already taken what I need from the house and will send a mover later. Don't bother me anymore.
Are you kidding me? Do you even understand what people will say if you do this? If word gets out that my bride ran away during the wedding and broke up with me right after, everyone's going to start asking questions. They'll all wonder what happened.
Even now you're more worried about your reputation than anything else. Why didn't I see your true nature sooner?
Well, obviously, I hid it well, didn't I? Marrying you had its perks for me too. I didn't expect you to pull this annulment card out of nowhere and betray me.
Who's really betraying who here? My mind's made up, and I won't change it.
Ugh, women who get married late in life are always stubborn and a pain in the butt. Stop being petty over nothing and just come back already.
It's already decided. This isn't just my decision, it's something my whole family agreed on. So there's no point in you resisting this on your own.
Oh, really? Then I guess I'm done talking to you. I'll just take this up directly with your mom.
Go ahead, but it's not going to make a difference.
We'll see about that. Tess, what's going on? I spoke with Ursula. What kind of mother would ruin her own daughter's wedding like this? I've heard all about it. You're trying to force us to break up, aren't you? This whole thing was nothing serious. It was just a playful prank.
Maybe, from your perspective, it was just a harmless prank, but it's clear you weren't considering Ursula at all. I can't let my precious daughter be with someone like that.
My friends are sorry about it, okay? Look, pushing her into the pool was just a surprise prank. The only one blowing this out of proportion are Ursula and you. This isn't something worth breaking up for.
We'll be the ones to make that decision. You and your friends are the ones at fault here. You'll comply with our decision.
Oh, come on. You're totally overreacting. Do you even know how old Ursula is? She's in her 30s, a mature woman. She's not a little girl anymore, but you've been way too overprotective, and that's probably why she turned out to be so spoiled.
You need to stop.
She's hurt, and you're still laughing and making fun of her? Don't mock us. It's not me being overprotective, it's your sense of what's right that's completely off. The bride was pushed into the pool, and instead of helping, you laughed with your friends. You know she has a fear of water, don't you? Oh, yeah. She always avoids going to the beach with me in the summer. Why's that again?
She told you about it herself.
Ugh, how could you not remember? Well, if I forgot, I can't help that.
When she was little, we went on a family beach vacation. We took our eyes off her for just a moment, and she drifted out into deeper water. She panicked and started drowning. Her father noticed and immediately went to save her. He was a strong swimmer, so we thought he'd be fine on his own. In the end, she was saved, but her father didn't make it. Ever since that accident, she's been traumatized by large bodies of water like the ocean and pools.
Oh, right. That was the story.
I can't believe you forgot something so important. She told you about this herself, after gathering the courage to share it with you. Do you remember what I said when we first met? I asked you to take care of her. Yet when you saw her being pushed into that pool, what did you do? You laughed. I can't trust you to take care of her anymore. Not only is this wedding off, but you should also know that after this weekend, you will no longer have a place in the office. Be ready for that.
What do you mean?
You work for the company owned by my family, remember? Or have you forgotten that you met Ursula through an introduction from our connections?
Yeah, I remember that. But when I was introduced, you said it wasn't a forced blind date. So I figured this marriage wouldn't really affect my job that much. But now that the wedding's called off, I'm getting fired too. This is a scam.
You're really good at interpreting things to suit yourself, aren't you? Sure, that wasn't anything serious. But your firing isn't because of this disaster. It's because you made a mockery of the woman who was supposed to be your wife instead of protecting her. We simply concluded that your character makes you unfit for the company. Frankly, I couldn't agree more. Someone with your mindset would have caused problems sooner or later had we kept you on.
You've got to be kidding me. What am I supposed to do now?
That's not my concern. You're reaping what you sowed.
Can't you talk to them and convince them to give me another chance?
Why would I, of all people, defend a man who humiliated my beloved daughter? That's never going to happen, no matter what. I'd recommend you start looking for another job as soon as possible.
Darn it! What the heck is wrong with your family? Do they get some kind of joy out of ruining people's lives? What happens to all the hard work I've put in? You're all heartless.
Excuse me?
They actually fired me. Your whole family is twisted and vindictive. Because of you, all my hard work has gone down the drain.
In the end, it's your responsibility for choosing to prioritize your own fun over respecting me, the person who was supposed to become your family.
Is this because I haven't apologized yet? Are you sulking over that?
This has gone way beyond sulking, and you still don't get it?
If anyone's disappointed, it's me. You've been complaining nonstop about being pushed into the pool. Can't you at least think about how others feel for once?
I don't get it. Who else am I supposed to be concerned about?
My friend who pushed you. Have you thought about how he might feel guilty thinking our breakup is all his fault?
Oh, are you serious? Why on earth should I feel sorry for the person who pushed me into the pool? I was panicking and nearly drowned.
Oh, come on, your flailing was hilarious. You looked so desperate, splashing around like that.
How can you say something so awful? I even told you I didn't want a venue with a pool. You were the one who insisted. I wondered why, but now I realize you had this whole thing planned all along. You have no idea how much I've suffered since that water accident. Losing my dad, thinking it was my fault. I cried every single day. It wasn't until college that I could even sit in a bathtub without panicking. Up until then, I couldn't even stand being in water above my chest. Even now, I still have flashbacks sometimes. And I told you all of this.
I just forgot, alright?
Even if you really did forget, it only proves that when I poured my heart out to you, you weren't taking me seriously. I don't want to be with you anymore. I don't even want to see your face. Why don't you go enjoy yourself with your friend?
What? Wait, what do you mean by that? She's just a friend, that's all. What's this enjoy yourself talk?
Oh, don't bother pretending. I've already uncovered everything. I'm not an idiot. I have my suspicions. For a friend, your relationship with her was way too close. Something always felt off, so I had someone look into it.
No way.
And surprise, surprise, I was right. You've been cheating on me with her.
You had someone investigate me? What the heck? Who do you think you are digging into my private life? You had no right to do that.
Your reaction says it all. You're panicking because you know you've been caught. The wedding was just a few days ago, and even in that short time, I've gathered plenty of evidence.
Evidence? Are you seriously saying this?
I see you're starting to understand exactly what I'm planning. That's right. I'm going to make sure you pay for it. I don't expect it to make me feel any better, but it's only right that you take responsibility for what you've done.
But we've broken up anyway, right? So doesn't that mean it's no longer cheating?
Are you stupid? We haven't annulled our marriage yet, so legally, we're still married. Which means your cheating during our marriage can still be proven as adultery. And we're well within the statute of limitations for me to sue you for it. There's still plenty of time to take action, and you're not getting out of it. So prepare yourself.
Darn it. What's going to happen to my life now? I lost my job, and if you hit me with compensation on top of that, I'll have nothing left to live on.
Well, that's not my problem, is it? This is all you're doing.
Don't be so cold. You loved me once, right? I didn't even push you into the pool. That was her. It's not my fault. Why are you blaming me for this?
I've told you before, the moment you laughed along with everyone else, it was over. In that instant, I realized you didn't care about me at all. It's too late now. Maybe you should work on fixing that rotten character of yours. That's all the advice I can give you at this point.
Ugh, Ursula, please. Don't leave me. If you won't take me back, can you at least drop the compensation claim? Or maybe help me find another job?
No thanks. From now on, go through my lawyer. Goodbye.
No, wait. Ursula, what am I supposed to do now? I'm so glad the annulment finally went through. It was a tough experience, but congratulations.
Even though he kept dragging things out until the end, I really put my lawyer through a lot. And you too.
Of course, honey. You're my precious daughter. It's only natural that I'd want to be there for you. It's my job and my role to protect you, especially after your father passed away.
It makes me happy to hear you say that. I'm sure Dad's up in heaven praising you too, saying well done. If I'd been alone, I don't think I would have had the courage to stop the wedding and walk away. It's because you were there that I was able to make the decision. Thank you, Mom. Really.
As long as you're smiling, that's all I need.
So how about tomorrow we start with some smiles and have lunch together?
That sounds perfect. Let's look ahead and start enjoying life more. This is a fresh start.
Yes, you're right. As long as I have you, I know everything will be okay. I believe a brighter future is waiting for me. You'll stay by my side, won't you?
Of course. I'm not going anywhere until I know you're truly happy.
After Miles was fired from his job, he tried to find work in the same industry. But word of his outrageous behavior spread through our family's connections, and nobody would hire him. At one point, he moved in with his new girlfriend, but since he refused to work and just lazed around, she eventually gave up on him and kicked him out. Even his friends grew tired of his selfishness and gradually distanced themselves. In the end, I heard he was living alone in a tiny apartment with no one to rely on. As for me, I've moved forward. I've been spending more time with my mom and putting more energy into my career. Recently, I was entrusted with a new project, and my boss has been giving me high praise. The other day, she even invited me to dinner. When I told my mom, she was so happy for me. I'm determined to keep looking forward and live my life toward a brighter, happier future. Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.